Hello everyone, so in this video, I'd like to discuss about strong and weak syllables. Polysyllabic words. In polysyllabic word, one syllable is always longer as well as spoken louder and with more stress than the other. This is called strong syllable. A strong syllable has a different quality from a weak syllable. It has vowels that can occur in weak syllables and vice versa. The easiest way to determine whether a syllable is strong or weak is based on the stress. A stressed syllable is almost always the strong one, while an unstressed syllable is a weak one. So, if we find a word and in the phonetic transcription there is stress, it is almost always that the word has strong syllables, while a weak syllable that consists only consonant is called syllabic consonant. This is the difference between strong and weak syllables. As we know that when we compare weak syllable with strong syllables, we find the vowels in a weak syllable tends to be shorter, of lower intensity and different in quality. But in the strong syllable, it is spoken longer and with more intensity or louder. Strong syllable is stressed, while weak syllable unstressed. In strong syllable has peaks consisting of all vowels, long vowels, diphthong, triphthong included, except or schwa, a, e or u. And a weak syllable has peaks with vowels schwa, a, e or u. Now let's talk about strong syllable. When the peak is a vowel from this set, a, u, and o, then the syllable ends with a coda. For example, in the word let, a is the peak and the is the coda. Also in the word swim, a is the peak and m is the coda. As we learned in the previous week about analysis of syllable word, the coda is the last part of the syllable in a word. It consists of consonant or consonant cluster. Weak syllable. A weak syllable can only have peaks with the vowel e, u, and a in the specific condition. A weak final syllable can also end with the vowels above. Example, happy. A weak syllable can end with a coda if the peak is or schwa. Example, upon. A weak syllable can have a as the peak only when the syllable doesn't end with a coda and when the following syllable begins with a consonant. For example, in the word architect. The schwa or a weak syllable often has as the peak, although it is not always like that. Differentiating vowel sounds in a weak syllable from that in a strong syllable must be done by thinking of the sound the vowel makes when it is a strong syllable. For example, the letter R in the word attempt is pronounced A in a strong syllable, but A in a weak syllable. If in a strong syllable, attend, if in a weak syllable, attend. And this is the correct pronunciation. The vowel E and U. The vowels E and U only appear in a weak syllables. E is located between E and A. U is located between U and O. E and U vowels can be a bit tricky to pronounce because sometimes they sound closer to E or U and another times they sound closer to A and O. In strong syllable, it is comparatively easy to distinguish E from A or U from O, but in a weak syllable, the difference is not so clear. E and U seems to sound closer to E or U when they precede another vowels. So, where A can be found? We find A occurring in the first one, the A or Y, in words that end with A or Y after one or two consonants. For example, happy and valet. In the A in prefix re, pre, or the, if they precede a vowel and it is unstressed. For example, react and create. The E in suffix eos and iet when these suffixes have two syllables. For example, hilarious and appreciate. In unstressed he, she, we, me, and be. In article the when it is precede a vowel, such as the apple. So where U can be found? We found U occurring in the O or O in the word you, to, into, and do, when these words are unstressed and don't precede a consonant. In the O and O in the words true and who when unstressed. In the U in words where the U precedes another vowels. For example, influenza. Now about syllabic consonant. A syllabic consonant is a type of weak syllable that consists only of consonants and is given the diacritic mark beneath the symbol. In a syllabic consonant, the consonant l and r or many nasal consonants can be the peak of the syllable instead of the vowel. L, r, and nasal consonants are considered weak when they are pronounced as if there's the sound e before it. For example, in the word bottle. Syllabic consonant l. Syllabic consonant l is a weak syllable that usually occurs in a word that ends with one or more consonants that precede l sound, such as in the word bottle and kettle. If the consonant before l is alveolar consonant, such as the, r, s, z, n, s, and z, then the l is a dark L. Syllabic consonant l also appears in words that ends with L or al, such as panel or canal. Syllabic consonant n. Syllabic consonant n appears in the following environments. Syllabic n is most commonly found after alveolar plosive, t and the, and or fricative, s and z. For m and ng sound, both of them can occur in a syllabic. We can see in the table there is example of n sound in initial position as in word phonetic, and in medial and final position in the word threaten. The last one is about syllabic consonant r. This type of syllabic consonant is only found at the end of words pronounced with rhotic accent. For example, we can see in the table, in rhotic accent for word particular, in the phonetic transcription, we can see the syllabic consonant r at the end of the phonetic transcription, but when we see the non-rhotic accent, there is no syllabic consonant r at the end. It is also happen in the word bird. In rhotic accent, we can see the syllabic consonant in the middle of the phonetic transcription, but in the non-rhotic accent, we cannot see the syllabic consonant in the middle of the phonetic transcription. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.